Betty Sayers here at Buzz Savories, and today we're making ham and cheese sliders. I'm thinking of March and St. Patrick's Day, March Madness, entertaining with friends and family, and let's begin. Start with the buns. This is a Hawaiian bun, but you can use any bun you want. The reason we get those, or the recipe suggests, is they're easier to slice because you're going to slice them horizontally. But I've made them with every kind of small bun that you can buy. Swiss cheese, you can use any other kind of cheese. Thin sliced ham. Spicy beer mustard is essential. This is the flavor of the whole arrangement. Poppy seeds, dried onions, Worcestershire sauce, and our always present butter. First step, turn your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Get it warmed up, and then prepare the pan. And this you can do in a variety of ways. I just use parchment and have overlaps, just easier to lift it out, but you can use aluminum foil. And just give it a light spray, quick, with ham, so it's easy to slide out. Second step, with the serrated knife, a long serrated knife, begin slicing the buns horizontally. I cut the tops in half off the bottom. I'm going to slide them over. It's not a perfect task here, but it will be perfect when it's finished. The bottoms go there in our pan, all prepared, and the tops we'll set aside for now. The most important flavoring to this marvelous recipe, spicy beer mustard. We're going to prepare now the mustard for the spreading into the 2 tablespoons. And if you need to, I usually will, because this is very thick, just add a tiny bit of water to thin it. And I just use a little tap water, not even half a teaspoon. And it just makes it easier to spread, and it doesn't affect the flavor. Just a light coating over every one of the half of a roll. The next phase, this is very fun. Lovely, thinly sliced ham. Part 1. And there. And then I use Swiss cheese, but again, if you have a favorite cheese, just use it, because it is one slice thin in the middle. We're making a sandwich, a big sandwich of these delicious little rolls. More. And finish with more ham. Putting the tops on as planned. Let's see if we can get this whole one on. There. That's ready. Now for the sauce. Melted butter. And to that we add 2 teaspoons of dried onions. I really like using dried garlic and dried onions. Here we go. Because there's no mess. And to that we add 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. 1/4 teaspoon salt, and an interesting ingredient, poppy seeds. And they're decorative, but they're just a nice little crunch in the bites. So think of them that way. They're not very flavorful. I don't think you can taste them, but they are really interesting to add. Then just stir, and then comes the part that I like the very best. You're going to paint this over every one of the little buns. The next step is to cover tightly with aluminum foil. And let it sit like this for at least 10 minutes. And if you want to, this is a moment in time when you can refrigerate, make it up to this level, and then refrigerate, and you can bake it the next day. But I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes and then bake it for 20 at 350. Take the aluminum foil off and then bake it 10 more minutes to brown. This batch has been prepared. They do look very tasty, and you need to make more than one per person because people will come back until they're all gone. Serve them warm. I find that essential, although some people say they're so good they eat them any way they get them. But break them apart. You can cut them apart just with a knife. You can place them on a big tray, and I serve them for a charcuterie just with beautiful green grapes, a bowl of olives, and maybe chip and dip. It's up to you. And maybe carrots, crudites, carrot celery, and they're the star. So everything around them gets diminished, but they make a nice snack experience for your guests.